And welcome to another episode of Spoiler Kings. It's Brian the Grizzly here with what? Is that Tank Kramer? He's here.
Yeah. For limited time.
That's the expiration date on them, guys, just so you know.
Yeah.
So if he just gets up and leaves, you know what's going on. Well, thanks for joining us today, guys. We got a pretty good show for you guys. Of course, we're going to cover House of Dragon episode 4, which is kind of crazy. Got into a lot of Game of Thrones things that we kind of grown to expect.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to talk about a couple of trailers, and I think we're going to end it with a talk about Marvel panel. Yeah. So, how's everything going with you, Tank?
Pretty good. Very, very, very tired. Very tired. Man, I never.
Another little human being takes control of your entire life. They rule the entire household. It's so fun.
Yeah. Like, I like my sleep, so it really sucks. Like getting like 3 hours at a time.
Oh man, that's good. 3 hours. Look at you.
Yeah. Although when he does sleep in, it freaks me out even more. It was like, why isn't he awake? Why isn't he like? So it's like. It's
like start poking him like, look, is he awake?
Yeah.
Is he breathing?
You should be up by now. Why aren't you up by now?
Oh, that's so great. Well, yeah. I'm not going to take too much of your time today because we're going to get right at it. So first, guys, we're going to jump right into that House of the Dragon episode 4. All right, let's do this transition. And thanks for joining us. We're the Spoiler Kings, about to talk about our House of the Dragon episode 4. Kind of going to do a little recap review. So, what'd you think about the episode first?
Very interesting, man. It was man, I liked it. I'll give it. I liked it. Very political. In the sense of, the Westeros kind of stuff, very political, very what are certain people doing? I'm like, huh. So interesting, man. Interesting. It kind of brings in stuff that they haven't done in a while, like since episode 1 or 2, kind of brought it back in and like, oh, I don't know. I enjoyed it. It was,
I definitely enjoyed it. Man, I don't know what to expect from these guys. Rhaenyra, I have no idea what she is. and Daemon, I know exactly what he is. He's the same guy all the time. And it's just so much going on. And Queen Alicent, I see her and she's just doing her duty. And then even her father. I mean, there's just so much going on. It's very political, but just it's a lot. It's about power. Yeah. And I think that's the whole episode was basically about power and who has power over what, and power to persuade and power to rule and power to not be taken advantage of. Mm-hmm. And that's basically the entire episode.
Yeah. Plus throw in a lot of sex. A lot of sex. So it felt very, very much, besides the violence, it had everything else that you think of Game of Thrones. Yeah. Everything else.
What did you think about when Daemon first came back?
I wasn't sure what was going to happen. I'm like, is he in here going to be like, listen, give it to me. It's mine. I want it. That's why I don't know. I feel like he's doing things out of spite, doing things to piss him off, kind of, but also not. So I don't know. He's two different people. One with Rhaenyra and one with his brother. Was it Venerius. Yeah, he's two very different people with depending on who he's with. So it's very interesting.
Is he because I think with Versus, he's basically what he's doing is just he's teasing them. He knows he wants his brother because he's very lonely as king. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have anyone really to talk to, so he's playing him a little bit. And I think he's playing Renaria too. But the problem with her is that she's exactly like him, so she's playing him right back, and that was so apparent in the whole brothel scene. That whole scene, like he was trying to take advantage of her, and instead she turns back around and she's like taking advantage of him and kissing him, and to the point where he's like, "Whoa." And then I keep on seeing a lot of people saying that she lies to Queen Alicent about the whole thing between her and him. But she didn't lie because he couldn't. She technically told the truth because he couldn't have sex with her because he couldn't get going. So he walks away because she took the power away from him. That's what it seemed to be like. She took the power. Same thing on the bridge. She took the power away from him then. That's the same thing she did in that brothel. And that's why I thought that was pretty big.
Yeah. So like you said, like she didn't lie, but she didn't tell the whole truth. Because she's like, "Oh, you're sullied." Well, I didn't have sex with him. So it's like, well, you kind of glossed over the thing there, but okay. Yeah. So, but funny. She didn't fully lie, but she didn't tell the full truth either. So, but no one was but it's also kind of comes down to, it's like no one was asking the right question. Exactly. They were all like, "Did you have sex with Damien? Did you have sex?" And she's like, "No,
I didn't have sex with my uncle at all. What are you talking about? I didn't do that.
Like, I swear on my mother's grave, I did not have sex with him." It's like
we were just in the brothel having fun, watching the show. What?
Yeah.
It's like, that was really your answer? Watching the show?
Yeah, I know.
What else did you like about this whole episode?
Right at the end of the episode, I know we might be skipping a lot because there was a lot in the middle was very, I want to say not boring. It was very like, I don't know. Like I felt like I knew what was going to happen. They were kind of going through the motions with the whole brothel thing and then this. But at the very, very end, when the king, talked to his daughter about this whole situation, about everything that happened, and they're having I feel like a good conversation, because it's not only like a conversation of you're my daughter, but you're also next in line. You also are not only important to me as a daughter, but important to what I'm giving you the power of, like you need, I'm like, and it was kind of really a good conversation between them two. But at the end, when again, she goes, "Listen, I know what I'm going to do because I know what I need to do. Do you know what you need to do?" And I was like,
"Tell Otto you can't be his hand anymore."
But it's like, but that's what she had told him in episode 2. He was like, "Listen, I know what you got to do, so do it." And then he does it, and it pissed her off. I think so. It
took 4 years for them to get back to this point, though. It seems like it took all that time just to get back to this point to have a real conversation.
Yeah. So that was the part I liked. I was like, "Oh, because she's kind of really showing, like, I could be the leader. What I mean? Like, I could be a boss. And I feel like she is a badass. She is a little bit of a badass, but
she scares me. I'm telling you, the whole. I know the brothel thing wasn't a big thing. It was a teenager being just defiant and all that stuff. But what she did to take the power back from Damon was scary. And then when she seduced her knight, that was like, "Oh, okay, we can do that, all right." And like no one else knows that he's not standing outside her door. Really? Okay. And then even when they questioned her, she immediately had answers for her. Like, she is quick. She's never going to be caught off guard. That's someone that you got to be really scared of. I mean, really worried about. Because you're never going to be able to catch them in a lie.
Yeah.
That's what I came up with. I was like, wow, this girl is something. And as she gets older, because this new time, the time jump's going to happen soon. They're going to jump another 15 years in the next episode or 2.
Yeah, I think they teased it. I saw a picture of the young baby brother not being a young little baby anymore. So yeah, so I saw some of that already. But yeah, I know. What were some parts where you're like, I could do without that?
The whole thing with Allison and Viserys in the bed. I mean, I understood that she's just doing it for duty, but his back being all full of all the swords, I guess that was like, I don't need to see the lesions. I don't need that in my life. And her just being totally bored, and him not even being aware, just was so.
Or yeah, caring. He's just so like,
all right, I'm gonna do what I'm doing. I don't care. Yeah, but just kind of could do without it. Even her, Allison, when she's trying to comfort the baby and nurse the baby, she doesn't like very good nurser. I mean, she looks like a kid trying to figure out how to be a mom.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think she never wanted to be there. You know, like, and then when her and Rhaenyra, what I pronounce her name? I still don't know how to pronounce her damn name.
Rhaenyra.
Hey, thank you, Will. Yeah, where they were like sitting down and she was like, "Oh, I'm glad you're back. I haven't had a friend," and blah blah blah. And she was like saying like, "Oh, it's not that bad to be a queen." And she goes, "Yeah, I'd be stuck in a cage, you know, popping out babies." Looks over at her, was like, "Oh, my bad."
She did that. She's like, "I don't want to be stuck doing this popping out babies. Just gotta be a nurse or whatever." And she looked at her and was like,
"Yeah,
what? They calling me over there. I gotta go over there."
I thought that was kind of funny, but it was also like they're kind of stuck in the same boat, but kind of not a little bit. You know what I mean? Where like at least Rhaenyra has an opportunity to not go down that path. Where what's her name? It was kind of Allison. Allison was kind of like put in there by her father. You know, so it was like she never wanted it, so she was just like stuck, you know. So it's kind of.
Do you think Allison is jealous of Rhaenyra?
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
I was thinking freedom and all that, and sitting and watching her like, wow, your father let you do whatever, and my father forced me to be, you know,
your
queen
mom
to this old dude. Yeah. That's so bad.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but I think she knew. She like it's funny because like towards the end of the episode, she knew. She goes, "Listen, like I saw it coming. I know what's going on. How do you not, you know," telling her dad, the king, like, "How do you not see this? Like, are you that stupid?" You know, and like kind of like calling him out on it. It's like
it was like the first time he realized that his hand pushed his daughter onto him. It's like the first time it was like, "Oh wow,
yeah,
idiot."
yeah, I know. He's I don't hate him, but I think he's a little.
He's dense. Like, how are you king? How did you get king?
You know, I think he's not arrogant. Well, I'm trying to think ignorant to a lot of like oblivious. He's very oblivious to like the obvious, you know. Yeah. And I think there's some things, you know, he's oblivious to his brother. He's oblivious to his daughter. He's oblivious to you know his hand and you know now his new wife. And it was like, dude, like he had everything was given to him so easily to the point where he didn't need to focus on shit. But now things are kind of hitting the fan, and now he needs to like. Wait, hold on. What's going on?
The Civil War is all because of him.
I mean,
it's gonna be all because of him. I mean, because he can't make decisions.
Can't make good decisions. Hey,
what's up, Smoke?
What's up, dude?
How you doing? But yeah, no, I mean that was. I'm surprised Rhaenyra's, you know, night out didn't have bigger consequences. Honestly,
really, I thought it
really didn't though, because if anyone ever found out about it, she wouldn't be able to, you know, marry a noble. That's the biggest thing. If you're, you know, not a virgin, you can't marry into a noble household. You know, so and she just kind of whatever. No one said anything else, and it was just like, oh, okay. And then at the end, when they gave her a plan B T, I was like, what? Plan B T's all the time, but you cut the whole mom up, you know, take a baby out. You had no idea like what else to do.
I thought that was kind of like, well, I thought it was more interesting that her father sent it. He's like, listen, here's this. you do what you want to do with it, you know. And I was like, wow, you know what I mean? Like, that's because it's. I think he respects his daughter enough. He's like, listen, I don't want to know. I don't need to know, but you know what you need to do, because she even said, I know what I need to do. So he's like, here it is. You can figure it out on your own. So it's kind of interesting, you know, because she was looking at it. She goes, I could, you know, I don't know.
Well, the problem is, I mean, if she marries Corliss's son, you know, and the baby comes out and is not partially dark.
Yeah.
a big mess. People might figure out something.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just I get why she kind of did it. I mean, she's young and, you know, she got all worked up and then had to, you know, find somewhere to go, I guess. But yeah.
Well, I mean, they've been flirting back and forth. Her and her knight have been flirting back and forth the entire time. So, like, I knew that was going to come, but it's just she makes all these decisions, and so many people that are going to be affected by it. But look at her father doing the same thing, so I can't even be mad at her.
I know, right? I know he's. But even like, see, that's what threw me off too. What do you think about Damien lying?
Saying that he did. Like, I think it put him in a better position, because what if Viserys did say, "Yeah, you can marry her"? It would have put him in place to be king, and back where he wanted to be.
Get exactly what he wants.
Yeah, but without manipulating, because it was like he had a plan. I feel like he was going to manipulate her, but then she turned it around on him, and then he couldn't finish the deal, and he just had to walk away from it. And because of that, you know, this is the only chance. It's like, I could pretend like I did this, and as Viserys said, it doesn't really matter if you did or didn't. It's the thought that people think that you did, then that's good enough.
Yeah, well, that's what even the king said. He goes, "The truth doesn't matter; it's perception." Yep. And I was like, dude, because there's that, you know, that saying, you know, it's like reality, perception is reality. Yep. You know what I mean? So whenever I work with people, you know, I was like, listen, it doesn't matter how hard you work. You just have to look like you're working hard. Like, dude, man, come on. That's just like a fact of life. Like, the quicker you learn that.
I tell people all the time, like, when you see me coming, you better be grabbing a towel and do something. Pretend like you're doing something. Because if I see you doing it, at least you understand the game. You know, the worst thing you can do is for me to come in and you not doing it, and now I got to do something else.
Yep. Yeah, I learned that early on.
And he says she could just claim immaculate conception.
Yeah,
it was him. It was God. I don't know. I don't. It wasn't me.
Although I feel like in Westeros, like some guy would come down and be like, you know, it was like, because everyone we're gonna claim something. Yeah.
What do you think about Otto even sending someone to spy on her? Like, was Otto part of this plan, or was Otto just only looking out for his grandson's well-being?
I think a little bit of both, because in Game of Thrones we knew, you know, like, because Otto reminds us of Littlefinger. You know, at least for me, which I hope pretty soon we're gonna do a comparison to, because there's a lot of similarities to some of these characters. But you know, same thing where he had his little, what are they called? His little, I don't know, his little spies,
watchers, or whatever,
birds, or whatever you call them.
Yeah.
So it's not too out of the ordinary, you know. And I feel like being the hand of the king, that's something you're going to do anyway. Like, have eyes everywhere just in case, you know, because you need to be ready for stuff, you know. Say if something happens, like the hand of the king needs to be like, hey, listen, this is going to happen. But I also kind of feel like he's putting a little bit more eyes on her, you know what I mean? Because he knows she already left the beginning of the episode when she was like looking for, you know, husbands. She took off 2 months early, you know. So, you know, so I think
he was already pissed.
He was already pissed, and you could tell in the beginning of the episode when she comes
little
back.
Birds, little birds. Yeah,
there you go. Yeah,
good job, Andy.
Yeah. So, you know, and I feel like that's not anything new, because so many people had that in Game of Thrones. You know, it makes sense, but also because that's the thing. The whole thing with Otto is he's not fully selfish, but he's not fully.
Well, he's just like everyone else on the thing. I mean, just all of them looking out for looking for their best interest. They're still looking out for their best interest while trying to serve.
Yeah.
So, but it seems like when he got the information, he was happy because he's like, my grandson is a shoe-in for this, for this throne.
Mm-hmm.
Then he realized he had to be the one to tell him, and I think he knew the blowback was going to come out on him.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's gonna be interesting because I didn't know. Like, I don't know if they said it before how much he's been the Hand of King for 2 kings or whatever, and
since his grandfather's.
Yeah.
Well, he was nothing, and then he did something great and became the second most powerful man in all the kingdom.
Yeah. So, but he flew a little too close to the sun. I think he was. I think he was trying to do a good thing, but it was eclipsed by kind of the selfishness that he did do. So it kind of came off a little bit of both. It was like, hey, look, I'm looking out for your daughter and the kingdom, but also the byproduct is my grandson can slide in there, so it's like a little bit of both,
But
so
it's like when I think the king realized, like, I lost my brother because of you. All the answers, because Corlys was fine with with Daemon being the next in line. Everyone else was like, oh, well, just let it be Daemon. Who cares? But then Otto was like, you can't do that. Otto Hightower is like, he can't be the guy. And then he does that. And then he manipulates his daughter into being the person that he can confide in. And now he has his grandson, so he's made his way all the way from just a regular commoner to being part of the throne, being right there, being grandson, his grandson being the king. So I mean, he's definitely done a lot of self-interest. And I think when you really look at it in the grand scheme of things, that's what the king was finally understanding. This dude has been manipulating me for years.
Yeah. Which, when you think about it, isn't that what the Hand of the King does? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's his job, is to like manipulate the king. So, but
what do you think is going to happen next in our next episodes?
I don't know. Now that we know Damien has some feelings for his niece.
Did you see? So you didn't see the what they said is going to happen next?
I did not. I never really watched the next week's episode. I always kind of skipped that
little trailer.
Yeah,
I saw some of it and nothing really surprised me.
Yeah. Okay. So you already kind of know.
Yeah. But how long do you think Viserys would be alive? That's my real question.
Yeah. Which you know what? That's what I was thinking too, because you saw the lesions. His fingers don't look any better because you saw that for a little bit, and I think I wonder if that's why he can't make his son heir, because he needs to pass down the knowledge. And if he's dead, he can't pass down the knowledge, and then it kind of like their mission of being Targaryens on the throne will be dead. So it has to be her, because he gave her the knowledge. Now he's like, you have to carry this on, because even in there, he's like the dagger and blah 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 and all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
Still telling about the dagger and all this.
Yeah, and he's like, it's this weighs more than the throne. This weighs more than the family. This means the world, literally. Like to how whatever as far as he knows.
Yeah.
This is the world as we know it. Not just our house or the kingdom. It's everything. So I feel like that's one thing. He's like, I know I'm not going to live forever, and I'm assuming the lifespan in that world is not that long. And by the time his son becomes old enough, he's not going to be there. So who's going to pass down this knowledge? So I feel like it has to be her, because it needs there's info, and she has the info. I don't think she respects it yet. I don't think she understands. She just thinks like king and
what 18-year-old girl would.
Well, yeah.
18-year-old girl. That's just what they are. That's just what it is.
And also, you're telling a teenager like, hey, listen, sometime later, it might be tomorrow, it might be later, it might be never, but eventually, maybe there might be this big threat coming in from the north. So be ready for that. So it's like, cool. You know, it's
yes.
Yeah. So, but that is something I thought of, of him. How long does he have?
This is the question I was going to ask you next. Andy already hit me up. Was that the dagger that Littlefinger gave to the assassin? Game of Thrones.
I believe it was, wasn't it?
It looked like it looked like the exact same, because reading the words on it. I feel like those are the exact same words.
Yeah.
I was pretty
sure.
How
they give that dagger more meaning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it winds up in what's it? The young daughter Stark's hands, don't it?
Yeah.
Arya.
Yeah.
Because she uses that to kill. Does she use that? Yeah, she uses that to kill the spoiler alert.
If you haven't watched Arya.
I don't want to get into it, but yeah, she kills the Ice King or
what's his name called?
The White Walker King.
Yeah, the White Walker King. Yeah.
So, so if you haven't seen it, you're like, wait, she kills him? Yeah, she fucking kills him. It's stupid. It's so stupid.
Don't be mad because the first 4 seasons were great, and then after that it was like,
still makes no sense. Why did she kill him? Like, it was cool. It was cool on screen, but like later after you think about it, you're like, wait, why did she kill him? Like, why was it her and not 4 or 5 other people that it should have been?
That could have been, that all had opportunity.
Yeah.
Oh no, let's not talk about that.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see on this. Get angry. But the dagger is pretty cool, man. I wouldn't mind buying a replica of that. It's pretty awesome.
Have it on the shelf. All right. Yeah,
that would be cool.
All right. So, is this the last we hear from Daemon for a while?
No, hell no. No.
And now my question for you is, what was the feelings between Daemon and Rhaenyra something that's happened before? Because he gave her that necklace.
Yeah.
I don't know if she was only 14 years old, but this is back then. And technically their age is not supposed to be that far apart.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, either way, it's still icky on many levels.
Incest is whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah. And that's why I said this episode had everything of Game of Thrones, like incest, a lot of sex, a lot of like betrayal and lying and everything. I had everything except for the violence. But yeah, I think it was their first time. They made it seem like it was their first time. I don't think they were like, oh, this happened before. I think it was meant to be like a first time thing.
It was weird because it didn't shock her. Like, everything didn't shock her. And I don't know, maybe it just said something about Rhaenyra, but I don't know. I thought that was very interesting in the way she reacted, and this is gonna be really something. I can't wait to see this time jump and see how she is with her husband. I just can't, because I feel like she's going to be dominant over no matter what happens. Whoever she was going to be, she's going to be dominant.
Yeah. Yeah. If she can keep Damien in check, who's supposed to be like this badass of the realm and this and that, and a new king of the Narrow Sea or wherever the hell he is. And, like, he's this badass, and he's like kept in check by her. So I think she's a very powerful, like, strong-willed woman. I think it's gonna if anything, it's gonna get more and more, I think, as we get farther along into the season.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah. So far, man. So far, this has been a pretty good season. Very fun.
Everything made sense. Things are shocking and not like stupid. So I'm all for it. So
yeah. I wonder if it's because if George R. is way more involved in it. So,
especially at the beginning.
Yeah, I think he's been very involved in it in this season. So,
yeah. Any other future predictions you got?
I don't know. I mean, the way the people because when she went into the crowd and they were all like, "Oh, we want this person. We don't want her. She's a woman." I think her brother is gonna find out about, like, "Oh, you should be king. You should be king." I think he's gonna be told that a lot, to the point where, like, once he becomes like 15, 16 or whatever, he goes, "I should be king. You're a woman. I'm the actual male. I should be king." And I think it's gonna, like, I think he might be a Joffrey of sort.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm thinking. We haven't seen that character yet, a Joffrey.
I wonder if Daemon kills him.
Ooh, interesting.
Just putting that out there.
Interesting. Yeah.
Not saying next episode or anything like that, but I'm saying the long run. Daemon is a warrior after all, and he has a connection with Rhaenyra, and I can see Daemon saying, "All right, I'm not gonna get the throne," and he challenges her and he takes him out.
Possibly. I can see that. I mean, it's the beginning of the Civil War, so a Targaryen got to kill Targaryen at some point, right? I mean,
exactly.
So someone's gonna go down.
Or does Daemon kill his brother? Never leaves to go back home. He already lost his concubine, whatever. That she went back to the city. Does he go and does he kill his brother and make it seem like it was all from the sickness? And that starts stuff.
Maybe.
Just saying.
Maybe.
I think those are going to be interesting things to see. But put in comments, see what you guys think. Let us know. Where do we go from here? I can't wait to see. I want to know what you guys think, and then I want to see what actually happens. So this sounds great.
Yep. Yeah. Leave a comment. I mean, there's so many people in the comments already that are giving us really good info. So, I'm all about that.
Yeah.
Give us that info.
Especially if you read the books. Hopefully, we don't know if they're going to follow them, but just tell us information. If you have information, you have feelings, I want to hear about it.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Let's do some trailers.
Yeah.
And welcome back to Spoiler Kings. We're going to do a few trailers real quick. First thing I want to start us off with is the Marvel trailer we saw. I thought it was pretty awesome. Secret Invasion. What do you think?
All right. Yeah.
How'd you feel?
I of course I watched it. Well, as soon as it came out, I threw it up on our Facebook page. So if you're not following us on Facebook, go follow us on Facebook. Also, I threw it up on our Twitter page. Like the second, I think 7 seconds after it got released, I shared it. So
that's actually how I saw it. So
yeah.
I was like, oh man, already. I was looking for it. I was like, oh, I don't have to look for nothing. We're good.
Yeah. So definitely go check us out on Facebook and on Twitter, because we put up a lot of good stuff, especially the Facebook. I think the Facebook, look at freaking boomer talk. But yeah, on Facebook, we definitely share a lot more memes and info on there than on Twitter. But
all day.
Yeah. but yeah, going back, like it was I'm hyped. I don't know how to say it. Like, I'm like goosebumps.
So this in Armor Wars, I was like, let's go. But instead of talking about it, let's watch it.
Yeah, let's go. Uh-oh.
See if it plays.
I don't hear any sound.
Uh-oh. Sorry. Let's try that one more time.
There we go. Here, move your mouse off the. There you go.
I want to move.
For years, you've been avoiding Earth. But I have called for your help plenty of other times, and you've been pretty content to let those calls go straight to voicemail.
Yeah, well, this is different.
I love that look. You're freaking.
Look, they see two eyes.
gotta be very careful now.
You're in no shape for this fight that lies before us. This is just the beginning.
This is my war alone. And I'm the last person standing between them and what they really want. What is that?
The guy in the car, was that the guy from WandaVision?
It sure looked like him.
I don't think I caught that the first time. Yes. Man.
So, first thing, a couple things that I saw that I was just kind of threw me for a loop was he said, I'm the last one left. So in my mind, that was telling me that there's no more Avengers. There's no one left to be an Avenger.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how I was kind of getting. And then also, like, Kevin Feige said there are no Avengers anymore. Like, the Avengers aren't a thing. So yeah.
But I guess that makes sense because what do we have left?
I mean,
Spider-Man,
I guess maybe.
But they know Spider-Man is, but they don't know who Spider-Man is.
Well, they know Spider-Man. They don't know Peter Parker, right?
Yeah,
they know.
They don't know. Yes, they know Spider-Man exists. They just don't know who he is. So he's just a dude.
Yeah. 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 I don't know. But like, oh man, it's really good. Like, there's the actors in here. Emilia Clarke.
Emilia Clarke.
What's her name? Coleman. I forgot her first name. She was in a bunch of like Oscar nominated movies. I think she won an Oscar. Samuel Jackson. I mean, dude, I was like, watching the trailer, I'm like, yes. My only thing is, I don't mind the comedy, right? There are times where they put like Thor: Love and Thunder, they pushed it very, very hard.
Yeah, too much.
Yeah. There needs to be 0% comedy in this one.
This seems so like serious. It's so serious. This is not one of those funny TV shows that we're gonna have a laugh at. No, this is like life and death. This is the beginning of the end. This is huge.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel even like Loki had a couple funny parts in it, but they weren't like
who Loki is, though.
Yeah, exactly. This one, though, I feel like this is going to be very serious, and there cannot be any like comedy in this one. Like, it has to be.
You're going to get comedy just with Samuel Jackson. I think. I feel like that's what it's going to be. The comedy you get from it is going to be Samuel L. Jackson saying "motherfucker."
Yeah,
that's how you're going to get. But everything else is going to be really serious. It's dark, and that's even when I was looking at this in Armor Wars, I was looking like these are dark trailers. Like they're going to change. They're turning a page in all of Marvel.
Yeah. Well, Armor Wars, they didn't release a trailer for Armor Wars yet.
No, but you've seen the pictures and everything they're having up there, and seemed very serious with Rhodey, and like this is a fight. This is a war, a real war, and there's no one else to fight except us.
Yeah,
kind of when I got out of it. So I feel like this is going to be huge, very dark.
Yeah, very dark for everything.
So no Avengers, Ant-Man might end too, huh? Well, I think is Ant-Man. I think this is going to take place after it, but I think Ant-Man's going to be lost in the quantum realm. So if he's lost in the quantum realm, he's no longer there to be an Avenger. Rhodey is an Avenger, but he's really just a military guy. In the end, that's what he is. He's a military colonel with a good weapon.
Yeah, I wonder if he's also talking about like just S.H.I.E.L.D. in general, He goes, I'm the last of it, like because Shield, you know what I mean? I wonder if he was talking about that as well, because Shield was the thing, and then it became not Civil War, Winter Soldier kind of made Shield, not a thing anymore, and then Ultron, Age of Ultron, Shield kind of came back. But they never really talked about it after that, So I wonder if it just kind of like after the blip, it just kind of went away again.
How long do you think that Samuel Jackson's been gone?
Ooh.
So every time I message you, you were off world doing something else.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, how long was it gone?
I say from the blip, whatever time it was, the blip to now, or MCU now, because they're technically like in the future.
Yeah, but he was never there.
Yeah, I think he goes, oh shit, this cannot happen again, and he just like took off because we saw him on the sword space thing. Yeah, I forgot the end of what movie it was. So I think he was like, all right, this cannot happen again. We need to be ready for this. So I think he was out, and then he started getting lost in the sauce of the scrolls and all their issues, and he's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Derpy says, wait a minute, something's missing.
Something or someone.
Where's the third spoiler king? Well, I haven't talked about that, but today is Brandon's birthday. So happy birthday, Brandon. I want to make sure you enjoy your birthday. He got taken out for his birthday. So we want him to have a good time. But thanks, Derpy, for coming in. Yeah, Derpy. Late or not, you're a favorite.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know what else you got on this one. It looks good. It looks serious. It looks like a very good spy adventure kind of film. Because like that's how it was in the comic books. Like it's been a while since I read it. I might have to go back and read my Secret Invasion graphic novel, but it was just like trying to figure out who's the squirrel.
Scroll. It was so crazy.
Yeah. So I think that's gonna be something like that.
So Brandon, you got happy birthday. Here you go. So they'll let Professor X Ant-Man again, like Ant-Man like they did for Infinity War. So they'll Professor X Ant-Man again. Is all of a sudden he's gone again. Yes.
Yeah, he's gone.
Exactly what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And then Derpy says mine is Monday, next Monday, fellas.
Hey.
Yeah, he's doing those watch parties. So Derpy's doing a good watch party for his birthday. So try to be part of some of that stuff too this weekend.
Yeah. Drop your Discord in the chat, Derpy. Let people know where to go check out some of these watch parties you're doing. And happy birthday. I don't know if I'm gonna be back by next Monday or not. So it's kind of like a random.
It's hit and miss, guys. That's all. I'm telling you, he's on expiration date. You never know.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But happy birthday, Derpy, if I don't see you by then, man. Oh, but yeah, man. I don't know what else you got.
All right, let's see if we can get another one in.
Yeah.
And welcome to the Spoiler Kings. We have another trailer reaction we're going to do. This time we're going to do something else that was done for Disney for D23. Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Yeah, we'll see.
I haven't seen this trailer yet, so it's going to be my first time.
Well, I think it's not that long one, so
yeah,
I'm hoping for it. Here we go.
Uh-oh. Bring it.
Try that one more time.
Yeah.
And here we go.
There we go.
There we go.
I didn't want to be a half-blood. Being a half-blood.
Can you turn up the volume a little bit or no? Or is that maxed out?
Most of the time, it gets you killed. If you think you might be one of us,
there you go.
My advice is turn away while you still can. Believe whatever lie your mom or dad told you about your birth. Try to live a normal life. Because once you know what you are, you'll sense it too. And they'll come for you. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Okay, that was really short.
That was super short. I don't even know what to think about that.
But I could say that while he's really young,
yeah,
like that seems very. Here we go. Derby says, "Yeah, this remake seems not that necessary. it just doesn't seem."
Well, it's a series, right? Or is it a movie? It's a series on Disney Plus. Okay.
I just don't understand.
I think it'll work better as a series because they were trying to do the whole movie series, and that might have been a little much to do.
Yeah.
Or I think a series, like a TV series, might be a little bit more manageable.
I liked it. I was a huge fan already of Percy Jackson, actually.
Yeah, it's a fun.
Alexandra Daddario, yeah.
Yeah.
All day. I'm okay with that. So I was a huge fan already. So I mean, I guess, yeah. I have no idea to think about that. I think he looks really young, but I don't know. I almost felt like it was too much for me, too young for me. You know, not like a teenager. It seemed like he was almost like 10 years old, 12 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, just from that trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was like that was a teaser, so it wasn't a full trailer, but
yeah. That give me some information though. So I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't read any of the books, so all I know about Percy Jackson is from the movies.
The movies, yeah.
You know, so that's all I know. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll probably obviously give it a shot and see what's going on, but
that's probably as much as it's gonna get. If I feel like in the first like 15-20 minutes I can't get into it, probably gonna turn it off. Just be honest.
Damn, really?
I'm proud. I'm like, I feel like it should be young, coming to age teenagers, and I feel like he's too young already, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to follow it.
Okay. I can see that. I don't know. I'll see. I really don't have any expectations on it. You know, I really don't know too much about it. So, you know, but like you said, if it doesn't catch me early on, I have no like attachment to it where I'm like, oh, I gotta watch it. You know, so at least like with a lot of these comic book stuff, like Marvel and DC and stuff, like I have a attachment to it. You know, very emotional attachment. So to both. You know, so. You know, good or bad, I kind of stick it through and see what goes on. But with this, it's kind of like, oh, okay,
yeah.
So
I'm pretty much done. All right, let's go to one more thing I really want to watch, and it's because I'm a huge fan. So let's go. And welcome back to Spoiler the Kings. We have one more trailer to watch. This one is the Santa Claus.
Another D23, right?
Yep, another one for D23, another release.
Yeah.
All right, let me know if you hear it this time.
Attention, everyone. Santa has an announcement to make.
For the good of Christmas. For the good of my family. I, Santa Claus, have decided to retire. We have a grease counselor, right?
Yeah, can you move your mouse around? I
don't know why it won't go away.
Oh, it won't go away.
Can't wait to rub this in Brady's face.
What?
Give us your best. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, okay, here we go. Ho, ho, Omaha! Omaha! Brady can sing.
Oh, I did not see that. Oh, man.
Oh my god,
That was
so
funny.
Oh man, my God,
that was it.
Oh my,
that was good.
That was so great.
Oh,
oh.
that was funny. That was funny.
After that, oh my God, that was so good.
That was good.
Omaha.
That was good. There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
As Debbie said, Peyton Manning is it? I'm weak. I am too. That is so good.
Did you? That's the first time I've seen the trailer.
That's the first time I've seen it. Oh, that's why I was coughing so much. I was laughing so hard. Oh, yes.
All right. Well, here, give a little thing. So Peyton Manning is a football player, a quarterback, and he's known for an audible call. So one of his audible calls was Omaha, and it was so much used, like it kind of became synonymous with him, and so if you know football, then you kind of get the joke. If you don't, it kind of like goes over your head a little bit. But
I didn't just get the joke. That was the funniest thing, and he's talking about.
That was,
well, at least I'm better than Brady. I know Brady could sing. Don't worry about that. It's like this.
Oh, so Brady's got a supermodel wife. So
for now, too soon. Too soon.
Yeah, but that was funny. That was pretty funny.
I give that was good.
Peyton Manning is he has no business being that funny. He's such a vanilla plain guy that every time
he has great comedic like timing. He just has that timing.
Yeah, I think and that was, I did not see that coming. It's very, very funny.
This is gonna be one of those things I'm like laying in bed. I want to watch again just because I want to laugh.
Yeah. So I like
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen as the Santa Claus. It was one of those movies we watched a lot when he was younger. It was a different take on the whole thing and stuff like that. So, I liked it. It's funny. They're bringing back the old guy too. We got Martin over there. Hopefully, I don't know if he saw it or not.
Oh man, you missed out if you didn't see that. That was great.
Yeah.
So you'll be back by 24th though, right, Tank? That's when we watching the original film of Hocus Pocus 2. Hey, no promises. Understand?
Yeah, no promises, man. No promises.
Also seeing Avatar re-release on the 23rd.
Nice.
I feel like I have to.
I know.
There's so many things I'm watching this week. I mean, I'm going to see The Woman King Saturday.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see that. So
hopefully we can sneak out and go check that out.
I didn't go see a movie for like 2 months.
Well, we've been her mom watched the baby, and we were able to like run to Target and Menards. Very adult shit. Very unfun. Like, hey, we need to go to Menards and Target.
Fun. That's why I'll say I'm going to Target and then not come back for 3 hours and be like, yeah, we saw a movie.
But yeah. But that's one good thing is we're not short of babysitters. Everyone wants to watch his baby, so that's awesome. A good thing. That's a good thing with us.
Oh, just so you know,
I gotta download that as a clip. I gotta download
one. By the way, Seahawks won.
How? What?
I told you that they lost. So he missed a lot of field goals, and they fumbled on the 1 yard line twice. Like I
didn't get a chance to watch any of it really. How did Russell Wilson do?
He did okay, but I mean he didn't throw any interceptions like that. But
he didn't throw any bombs.
Williams fumbled the ball twice, and then Williams fumbled once, and then the other running back fumbled the other time.
Damn.
And they lost 17-16 to Seattle.
Oh, that's painful.
Yep.
That's painful.
Say, It's all Peyton Manning's fault.
Yeah, this cringe lines. I love the Caesar Casino with all the Mannings.
Mm-hmm.
You seen that one where
that was really good.
Smooth is up there and he's like,
he's trying to act out,
and then Archie says this long thing, and he's like, "How'd you get that? That's like 27 words." He's like, "Yeah." He goes, "Archie, you're my favorite."
That was the other Manning. What's his name? Cooper. Cooper's like, Cooper. That's why you're my favorite, Cooper.
Oh, was it Cooper?
It was Cooper because I was like, why is Cooper saying all that?
Yeah, that was funny.
Baker and Russ both lost by 1 in their comeback games. We're talking about all this stuff and say Russ is gonna win by 100. All right, wrong show. Sorry.
Yeah,
that was my fault.
It's that time of year, though, man.
I couldn't help it, but I saw that. Like, wow, Broncos lost to the Seahawks.
Ugh. Yeah. I need to make an audio clip of like it's the most magical time of the year, that song.
Yeah.
But they were like tackling sounds in the background, like
oh man.
And at the end, like, let's go, baby.
So at the end, you have to have Justin Fields flying through the sliding on the water into the end zone.
The slip and slide of Soldier Field.
Oh my gosh.
Good stuff, man.
Wow.
All right. Well, all that's gonna get cut out of the.
Oh yeah, that's it.
we stopped talking about the trailer a while ago.
All right,
before we go on, I am gonna cut that up. I have to find a way to cut that at Ho Ho Omaha. Definitely.
You need to have it. I need to have it all the time and all the shows.
Yeah, I'll find a way to cut that up. I'll download the trailer and stuff like that. That was good.
This said, no Tank, make that Peyton line a sound effect. Exactly what he's saying. He's going to have a sound effect. We should have it all the time. Anytime. That should be our transition.
Yeah.
Omaha. Omaha. That's great.
I don't got my soundboard up right now, but otherwise, yeah.
All right. Well, let's go talk about D23 a little bit more. And welcome back to the Spoiler Kings. We just want to kind of cover this weekend's D23 one last time, but we're going to focus on Marvel this time. So we just saw the trailer. Secret for which one was it?
Secret Wars.
Secret Invasion. We know Armor Wars is coming. We know Secret Wars is coming. We have a lot going on. How do you grade overall the Marvel panel from this weekend?
Oh, D, really, pretty damn close to an F.
Really,
for me, man, it failed. It failed. I don't know, because so many people are saying like, "Oh, the fans hyped it up." I was like, the fans didn't hype it up. Bob Chapek hyped this shit up. Don't blame me. Blame the CEO of Disney. It was like, like he's like, it's gonna be the biggest D23 ever, and blah blah blah, and all this stuff, and Marvel really didn't give us anything.
I felt like Feige wanted to give us more Fantastic Four information, but when he said the director and he named the director, I feel like the director and he are not agreeing on casting choices, and that's why they didn't introduce the cast.
Interesting.
I mean, because he says all the time, I don't want to have a director that doesn't like the casting.
Yeah, skip it. Go right to the end. Right to Secret Wars.
That's what we need. Sorry.
Yeah. That's interesting. I didn't think about that.
But I think he had a time where he was going to introduce more, and that's what he said specifically. And I'm not going to give you. He's not up here because I'm not going to give you more information because there's nothing else to talk about. Because they could not agree on casting. I think they probably casted the Invisible Woman. I mean, but I think they're having a problem with Johnny. Having a problem with Mr. Fantastic. So I think because of those things, they couldn't say the things they really wanted to.
Yeah. Man, possibly. I didn't even think about that. I mean, honestly, the best thing that came out of the Marvel panel was not even a Marvel thing. It was a Marvel Studio special thingy with Werewolf by Night. Yeah. That was the best thing that the whole panel had. I mean, the Thunderbolts thing was very underwhelming. Everything else was just very like.
Wish we had that picture. It was like they had circled them all that all does the same thing, all the same person. There's like 6 of them, and only one person has a unique power.
An actual power.
Yeah, and no Zemo. How you have a Thunderbolts without Zemo? It doesn't even make sense. And then so they released afterwards. They're like, oh yeah, Zemo's gonna be part of it somewhere. Whatever, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of going through a lot of this stuff. I mean, we didn't get anything of importance.
We got some low-key information.
Just they're filming. I mean, that's it, right?
And how Kang is going to be huge in it, and Loki's going to be a big thing, especially after Ant-Man. Got some steals from it. How they're going to really delve into the multiverse more than anything that's been there before. Even more than multiverse of madness or anything like that. So that's what they said about Loki. So Loki 2 is going to be very interesting.
Yeah. I'll tell you about Secret Invasion. Secret Invasion was the best thing the actual Marvel cinematic universe brought in was Secret Invasion. And
Captain America. Aren't you back? Leader coming back for
that was cool.
Yeah,
I do like that. I do like that, but it was also again felt very like they're like, oh hey, he's back. He's gonna be the leader. I was like
of what? What are they doing?
But I just feel like if there are gonna tie, which I think that's my prediction that the leader is gonna be tied into She-Hulk, which would make sense.
He's the one that actually is looking for her blood,
like the blood and stuff like that. I feel like they should have made it a bigger deal. Like, hey, he's the leader. He's the leader. This is gonna be the new bad guy, and he's gonna be a guy we're gonna see around for a while, and this and that, and blah blah blah. And instead, there's like, hey, look at him. All right, next, and I think that would have hyped up She-Hulk a little bit more, because they didn't even have to say anything. I think it would have been like, hey, he was in the Hulk movie, with the Abomination that is in the show. We're starting, and then you kind of like let people put the strings together, or however you want to, whatever. Saying.
I think you're cool, but I think Vincent D'Onofrio is going to be the bad guy in She-Hulk. Kingpin is going to be the guy.
Possibly. That'd be interesting. I wouldn't mind that either.
Because I think that it's going to bring the Defenders in. I mean, we already know we're going to get Daredevil, and that's what's going to start getting into Hell's Kitchen and start to bring that part of Marvel closer to everything. It's going to be the one show that tries to bridge all gaps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I mean, we didn't get any trailers.
Yeah, we didn't get a lot of trailers at all.
We didn't get any major announcements.
I mean, we got a little information about the Marvels that what they're going to be. They're going to be changing places all the time. Every time they use their powers, they're going to be changing places.
Yeah. Okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. Yeah. I mean, we did get where was that? Supposedly there was a Wakanda Forever trailer that was shown there, but we didn't get it, as the public. So it was just for the people in the audience.
Do you think it's because of the blowback?
I don't know. I mean, now there's a new rumor is Ryan Coogler is going to direct Secret Wars, right? Secret Wars, I think.
Yeah,
I think that's what they're saying. Which would be interesting. I'd like to see his take on stuff like that. I think he's a good enough director. But man, this movie can piss. It's already pissing off a lot of people. When it's all said and done, I think it could really piss off a lot of people. People that are kind of on the fence. I think it's gonna piss off, or not. Maybe not piss off, but be very upset. Be upset about it. Not happy.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna be happy about it because of it's just we're all split, and I've said my take on the whole Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, no matter what they do, they're in a no-win situation, so they might as well stick to their guns. And I respect them for sticking to their guns at least.
What was that fan four stick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because they always put the 4 in all their and the Fox.
That's what makes me feel like that they had more, but they couldn't agree.
That's interesting. I didn't even think about that. That kind of would make sense.
That's the
but also
reason why they didn't bring them onto the stage. They made them stay in the crowd.
Yeah. Also, I feel like Kevin Feige knows he cannot mess this up. Like, this has to be a movie that everybody loves. Like, there cannot be anybody saying like, "Oh, it was okay." Like, everyone needs to be like, "This is amazing," and I think he knows that.
He knew that about Spider-Man. Spider-Man had to be epic, and Spider-Man was epic. He knew this about Infinity War, and this is why I'm so surprised that they didn't go with the Russo brothers or directing it. That's why it surprises me, because I feel like it's so important. You need to have someone that you are on the same page with, but that has done this before, has had these huge expectations and hit them.
Yeah,
twice.
Yeah. I don't mind, them not doing it or coming back.
I don't mind it, but I'm surprised that they will be willing to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. I'm trying to think of what else. Supposedly there's a not a leak, but people talking about what was in the Wakanda Forever, and there's like a line supposedly in it that says like, "Oh, your king is gone. You have no Black Panther." Blah blah blah. It's kind of like, I guess if it is true, that definitely rubbed a lot of people wrong. I was trying to look up what was said about it, but yeah, it said some shit where people were like, "Oh, that doesn't sit well." So, yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. I'm only grasping at the straws. I'm hoping that something's going to come out, something's going to be positive with it, but I just don't see it. I literally don't see it.
I mean, the positives are going to be, it's going to look amazing. Visually, it's going to be great. It's going to have one of the best Marvel soundtracks. I mean, yeah, I mean, those are going to be like the for sure things, I think.
Yeah, but you have to have a story that stands behind it, that people are not going to hate immediately.
You mean like before the movie's even out there to hate it?
Like, yeah, I hate your ideas. I hate everything you're about. Yeah. I was hoping for a movie that would bring everyone together, not everyone that's going to separate everyone. The last thing you need is to divide all Marvel people. You need to bring something that's going to bring them together, that's to celebrate what we had and to go on to the future with something stronger. And instead, it seems like everything's being separated.
Yeah. Oh, man. Kevin Feige needs to do something. He needs to do something about it.
Yeah.
So
Feige just black bag everyone who's talking bad about it. Let's be for vendetta them.
Yeah, right. You want to bring up what Drippy said?
Yep.
I'm looking for something.
It's probably going to change the state of the MCU with the trailer. It looks like it's setting up a lot of future films. That's what they said, and I hate the fact that Feige said this is going to be one of the biggest movies that they've ever done. I just hate that he did that. He said that, especially being that controversial.
Yeah. I'm holding on hope. I'm holding on hope. At the end of the film, a variant pulls in, or something. I'm holding on hope. I might be wrong. I probably am wrong. But part of me, there's that one little part that's just hanging on by a fingernail, like saying like, no, wait, they could still do it. They could have a variant, the Star-Lord T'Challa walk through, and it could be somebody that looks different. Because like, hey, why are you wearing the Star-Lord gear? Like I'm hoping because they just announced, I know it's very different at Avengers Campus, the Disneyland MCU thing, that they're gonna have. I'm looking for it. They're gonna have King. Where is it? Here you go. Just announced the D23 Expo. Kevin Feige revealed a never-before-seen attraction coming to Avengers Campus at Disneyland Resort. Join a battle with the Avengers to face a new threat, King Thanos, a multiverse variant designed specifically for Avengers Campus. And this is going to be a Thanos version that won, basically. So it's like, so you're able to do this. You're able to make a whole new storyline for your Disneyland attraction. So that's why part of me, I'm like, is he really going that hard with the variants?
No, I think that the reason he's doing that is because, you know, so many people are saying Thanos was right. That's a big thing. Like, everyone's like, after all this, you watch some people, you just look at them and say Thanos was right.
Yeah. And the artwork looks pretty freaking sick, man. Like, he's got this, like, his armor thing, you know, and he's got this fucking crown that's awesome. You know, here he's got like his, you know, like this weird saber thing, and he's got like fur. It's a pretty badass battle armor. But, you know, so
that looks good.
But stuff like that, kind of like, I'm like, are they gonna do it? Are they gonna pull somebody in right at the end, and all this is gonna be just one big like bluff? We're like, oh, see, we said, you know, this universe isn't gonna have, you know, a Black Panther. That's why we brought in another universe's Black Panther, you know, or T'Challa, not Black Panther, T'Challa. You know what I mean? So because then you can let Shuri still be Black Panther, new Star-Lord T'Challa from What If, who's already in. People already know him because of the cartoon. You can easily bring him in on over, explain how he got to this universe in What If, right? And have him come over, and he doesn't care about being Black Panther because he was never Black Panther. You know what I mean? So he doesn't care about the Black Panther mantle. He just cares about Wakanda and being the king and trying to protect. You know, like that would make so much sense. That would be really, really good. I don't know.
So
I don't know.
How would you feel if Kevin Feige is playing the long game and he had this whole movie played out? He's gonna play the whole movie, and then when they destroy all the worlds in 2024, that they're gonna have another T'Challa walk through then on the battle world Earth.
Yo, it might be too long, man. It might be too long.
It's only 2
years. You're talking about 2 years from now?
2 years?
No, 3 years from now.
That's 2025. You're right.
2025 at the end of 25. So about 3 years from now. I don't know. You might have already pissed off too many people. You know what I mean? I think you might have already pissed off too many people.
You introduce him in something else, and then in Battle World Earth, you find him, and when we start all over, you have a T'Challa now because all the worlds have been combined to one.
I mean, they could do that. I mean, you already introduced a T'Challa that wasn't Black Panther. It's already there. It's there. It's right there. It's in animated form, but you got it. You know, so
there's no way they'll be able to keep that quiet.
If they do, and that's what it is that happens. If that's what happens at the end of the very first film, because remember what happened with Iron Man? Everyone loved Iron Man, but then later you found out like, oh shit, there's a post-credit scene, and people went to go see it a second, third time. I saw Iron Man 1 like in theater like 4 times, because the first 2 times I didn't know there was a post-credit scene, so I had to go back and see the post-credit scene. So, but can you imagine though? I mean, you're not surprising anybody with a post-credit scene, but if they're able to keep something secret like that, and that happens,
I feel like you're setting yourself up for failure.
I know, I am 100%. I am 100%.
But what if they do something like that, but instead they're gonna bring in a Killmonger from another place and bring Killmonger in as the new Black Panther that way, but know what you were saying and said, we have a better idea. We're just gonna fuck everything. Some people just like the world to burn.
You already like saying going back to What If, you already said Killmonger is a bad guy no matter what. Even when they thought he was a good guy, he was still a bad guy. You know what I mean? So he's a bad guy through and through. That's just how he is. Rather stuff like that. But I don't know. It's very. If it does that, if it does that, this movie easily breaks $1 billion. Easily, without doubt, it's going to be up there, top 3 MCU movies.
It might still break $1 billion.
I
even
don't
with
know.
Even with the boycotts, it might still break $1 billion.
I don't know, because I know I was like talking like the Chillmonger and stuff like that, because he's not going to go see it. But I was like, like we're gonna see it at least once. Probably once. I really don't plan on, especially if it's not good. But especially with that. But I don't know. A movie makes over $1 billion because it's seen multiple times. I don't know if this one's gonna be seen multiple times,
or it's far-reaching, or it has a scene in it that everyone has to see.
Even then, I think even then you would have to see it multiple times. Because even if it's far-reaching, I don't know. Oh, here. But Derpy say, I'm pretty sure since the MCU multiverse saga, Ryan will find a way to bring T'Challa from another universe with CGI technology they can throw now, so it doesn't matter if the actor is there.
No, I think you have to have an actor that's going to hit his face. So like if you have, say John David Washington or something like that, or you have someone, it's going to have to use their face.
Yeah. But if you bring in from another universe, they kind of explain why he's different. Why he looks a little different.
I mean, there's 3 Spider-Man that look all different.
I know. Yeah. And they figured out they were all. That's what I'm expecting and predicting. I don't think so. Deep faking is. I find deep faking very disrespectful. Of actors who had passed. I never care for it too much. It always looks weird. Especially with Disney, deep fakes is not good.
Exactly. They're not good with their CGI right now. So I don't know about all this.
Yeah, but I don't know. But I don't think it makes a bill. I think it's going to piss off a lot of people, or I keep saying it's going to upset a lot of people.
Well, I think that's part of it. I mean, people that are upset, and then other people go see it because they find out how upset the other people are, and next thing you know, it makes $1 billion because people are pissed off. My point is, was it Jurassic Park made $1 billion, guys?
Oh God, did it?
Is that a good movie?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. Damn, did it really make $1 billion?
I think it's like 980 million.
So it's right there. It's right there. I was even Derpy's like, what?
Let's see, box office.
Yeah.
It is at $997 million. $997 million. It's basically $1 billion.
Yeah, it's right there.
It's just
Brian making $1 billion.
I wish.
Yeah, right.
But that's my point, though. So I mean, it doesn't have to be a good movie. Hey, no, what you should be saying, Derpy, is Thanos was right. Right here. This is why Thanos is going to have his own little corner of this, that park. Because Thanos is right.
Thanos. Yeah. But I don't know. I'm still under the camp. I don't think it's going to make a bill. I think it's going to piss off a lot of people, and I think the people that get upset about it are going to tell the people like, don't waste your time, don't waste your money.
Martin,
yeah.
So he might be on right now. It's only funny because you're also on right, Martin. You're also on right now.
I was like, he's on Twitch right now, right? Is he on Twitch right now?
He's sitting there playing video games on Twitch right now. So it's just...
Yeah. Every time he's different show, made another podcast.
That is my plan. Take over the world, one podcast at a time.
Dennis, you were right. Still mad about Ant-Man theory, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said I'm moderating, actually. So you are on. See, I knew it.
Yeah. But all right, that's
yeah.
I'm trying to think of any other Marvel stuff. It sucked, man. It didn't do well. Star Wars and Lucasfilm did better.
Yeah, Lucasfilms. I think this all was about Lucasfilms.
Yeah,
and Marvel was a lot of like, we could do this, we could tell you this, but no, we're not going to show you.
Yeah, I mean, you got Danny Ramirez is coming back in Falcon and Winter Soldier, or from Falcon and Winter Soldier as the new Falcon. Even people in our chat, like on Facebook, it was like, "Who is he?" You know, I had to explain. I'm like, "Well,
he
like,
was in that one episode. Don't you remember?
Yeah, no one cares. You know, I mean, we have the Thunderbolts cast, which everyone was pissed off about. The Marvel stuff, nothing big. We got Carl Lumbly is going to return as Isaiah Bradley, you know, which is kind of cool, but also is like, I don't know if it's going to be a game changer.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the leader is going to be in Captain America New World Order, but he's a Hulk bad guy. I don't know. Nothing.
I was hoping to get some World War Hulk or something like that in. That would have been amazing.
Yeah. Ironheart, all they said with Ironheart was, oh, it's going to be magic and tech.
Yep.
Cool. Thanks.
Wait to see it.
Yeah.
Thanks for nothing, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for nothing.
Yeah, nothing too good. I'm mad about Indy 5 trailer being exclusive. Yeah.
I'm not. I don't want to see it.
Yeah. Old man running.
Walking slowly with his walker.
Yeah. He's just yelling at everybody about,
get off my lawn.
I belong in a museum.
I mean, I think the best part of the whole thing was, as I said, we said, you know, Secret Wars, but no,
Secret Invasion,
and Daredevil, and knowing that we're gonna get all 18 episodes, and that's gonna be forever. It's literally gonna last like 4 months.
Yeah. But he said it's gonna be a reboot, so. Which is obvious. I mean, like, of course, they're not going to continue the Netflix story. Stuff. Yeah. But, yeah.
And that's probably what the end of She-Hulk's going to do, is going to set that up.
Probably.
And that's why I felt Vincent D'Onofrio was going to be the guy, that's the bad guy. Yeah. Kingpin is the bad guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I wouldn't be mad at that either. Do not mind it, but yeah, overall didn't like it. You're sitting there waiting, and then it's over. You're like, wait, what? Yeah.
Like, the biggest announcement is nothing. That there was no announcement. No announcement.
Yeah, exactly. The biggest announcement was I was watching a Den of Nerds, and he was like, somebody was telling him, like, his inside guy was like, oh, it's gonna be Kevin Feige up there for an hour just staring at the crowd. And he's like, well, you're not completely wrong.
That's kind of what happens.
Yeah.
Say, I can tell you more, but I'm not. Next thing.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Let me say. Well, I'm kind of. Sandy started her favorite game tonight, so I'm going to moderate, make sure everything goes good for her. Check that out. Drop her Twitch
information right now. Yeah.
In the chat. So yes, I'm also here for you guys too. Yeah. What is that? Why am I not a mod on here either?
Hey, that is all Tank. Can't blame me on that.
We really don't. We don't mess with Twitch too much. Although we should. We just do some cool video games stuff on there. There you go. You are now modded on Twitch.
Anointed. Hey, you see how quick I blame? Hey, I was throwing Tank under the bus as fast as possible. It wasn't me.
So that was like what Brandon the other day. He's like, with the reverse card thing. That got me. That was funny.
So good.
I need to cut just that clip out because that was pretty funny.
Oh yeah. So Derby said the biggest announcement is the truth reality that we're just the Disney to give them money. Yeah. That's what. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I keep on giving them more money. I give them a piece of paper with my name on it and just sign it, and they just write in the dollar amount every month. It just how it happens.
Yeah, I mean they own half of all media now at this point, so. What are you gonna do? Hulu, Disney Plus, theaters,
ESPN,
ABC, Fox, Simpsons.
That's all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
you got anything else for the night?
Nah, man, that is it.
All right. Well, I want to thank Derpy and Martin and Andy, I believe, was in there, and Professor Smoke was earlier too.
Yeah.
Thanks all you guys for coming in the chat, talking to us, and thank everyone else for watching us. And hopefully, we'll come back on Friday with some good She-Hulk information, and maybe I could even make some Cobra Kai stuff come out.
I know. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh,
I've been every time I go, every time I turn it on. Every time I turn it on, I get pulled away before like the freaking recap is over. I was like,
episodes go so fast too. They really do go fast.
God. And I'm trying so hard to avoid stuff. There we go. That's awesome. Darth Sand Trooper.
That's all. Yeah.
I was just should put Darth Sandy Trooper. That would have been good.
Yeah, that was Sandy Trooper. That's exactly Darth Sandy Trooper. That's awesome. That would be great.
So go check out Sandy. I'm gonna.
Oh wait, shoot! Netflix event on the 23rd. Yep. And he says, "You're not ready for Cobra Kai." Dude, it is really good and it goes really fast. And don't watch the first episode. That's all I'm gonna say.
Don't watch the first episode.
You watch the first one, it's all over.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be here crying in the background, like, "Shush, kid, shush." Be quiet. I'm almost done with this episode. I'll be there in a second.
Yeah. But yeah.
All right, guys.
I'm gonna watch that. Definitely.
I appreciate everyone coming in, and we'll see you guys on Friday. So see you later.
Later.